Yo, guys, my bad. I hit the mic, so there's going to be awkward silence for like 4 seconds till I get people in here. Because I disabled the music. But I'm going to share this around, wait for the artist, and then we'll get started in like a minute or two.
Oh, hey guys, excited to hear this.
Hey, what's up?
Just a fellow ape.
Thanks for supporting.
Of course, sir.
All right, one moment.
Is that the hunter from Off-Chain Labs?
I don't think so. Hunter Chimps?
Hello.
Is it the guy? I
don't know. He'd have to answer. Hunter.
Hunter, what's up?
Yo, what is up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can. How's it going?
It's going good, man.
Yeah.
It's going
Chris
good.
up
I've
here.
been looking forward to this space. I felt really good when you invited me. And I'm excited, to talk with the other hosts too. A bunch of bass people on the stage today.
What's going on, guys? How are you?
What is up, Chris?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
Yeah.
Ready to get the space popping. Excited for it. So.
Yeah, I just shared the link around. I posted it up top. I like to get started right away, mostly because I don't know how to run the music while people join, and they usually just join as we start talking anyway. So I'll start here, and then we can start with Hunter if RFDZ hasn't joined yet, and get talking about the collections. So first, just to give you guys an overview of the show, this is ApeChain Art Hours. This is our 18th episode. We usually host shows every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Shows are largely about showcasing artists on ApeChain, helping onboard new artists to ApeChain, either from other chains or just people that are artists that want to learn and talk about their own personal artwork. If you're going to purchase or collect or mint somebody's artwork, to a lot of people, it's important to get to know the person that's behind it on a deeper level. So that's kind of the idea behind this space. We'd like to dive into the artists themselves, their process, their history, how they got started, and any tools also that they might have used for their work, so that people who are listening can like look them up and try out new tools or mediums. So there's a sign up form for ApeChain Art Hours if you'd like to be a featured guest or artist. I'll post it up on the Jumbotron after I'm done talking here. But yeah, it's just a Google Forms, but you could also just send me a DM if you're interested in being a featured artist. Today our guests are RFDZ, who isn't here yet but is going to be joining, and Hunter from Hunter Chimps. And both of them have created a number of different NFT collections on ApeChain, and they both already have their own token. So they're pretty wide, like array of projects to talk about today. And also, I think that RFDZ and Hunter, you guys are both leading the way, I think, in like experimenting different styles, especially with like mint and delivery of your artwork on ApeChain. So I think that'll be like an interesting thing to ask about. So that's our space. Our next episode will be this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Before we get started about tonight, I'm going to talk about my own NFT collection briefly because I've got an event coming up for it. So let me post a post real quick. So my collection is called Mysterious Dudes. I don't show it often, but I'm going to show it today. This is a day one NFT I launched, like with original artwork. We've been running semi-weekly challenges, like puzzles and riddles for people to solve. The first person that solves them, they're one-word answers, and they usually win like NFTs worth a few $100-ish. I've given out Gucci grills and whatnot. But the answer to each challenge reveals one word in a 12-word seed phrase. So like there's like an overarching season challenge to whoever's the first person to solve the prize using the seed phrase answers over the weeks, and they can claim the full prize. Hey, Survivor Man, let you up now. So the link I posted up top, Hunter donated a ton of NFTs, like 21 of them from different collections. But between Hunter, Fresh Out, myself, and Nico, we're 4 creators on ApeChain. We've got a pool of 35 different ApeChain NFTs. It's a pretty huge prize pool for tomorrow's challenge. So if you're interested in like puzzles and riddles, or you want to crack at these challenges, check out the post I've got pinned up top and retweet it. The mysterious dude. Before Survivor, did you have something before I keep going?
Yeah, I want to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away a Zards.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. As long as you figure out how to do it, then that sounds good.
I'm going to wait like a half an hour, and then I'm going to pick a person.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. Welcome to the space. Let me see where I was here. Yeah, so that the prize pool tomorrow, it's going to include 2 Neopunks and 1 DYOR from Nico, 5 Silly Head Mutants, 3 Mysterious Dudes, 6 Chimp NFTs, 6 What the Duck NFTs, 2 Cum Goblins, Archie Apes, and like at least 10 different collections here. So it's a huge
And a
NFT starter
Monchi.
pack. Huge sent. But
I
yeah,
sent you
there's
one Monchi.
there's like a huge number of them. So thank you.
Dude, if you want to keep it, you could keep it.
No, I'm gonna give it out as a prize, bro. I just like I didn't list all of them. There's like over 10 collections, but so yeah, that's basically my project tomorrow. It's kind of like a storytelling challenge phase for the first part of the project. After the prize wallet's done, obviously we're gonna move on from just that single challenge and transition to more of an artist community. And my goal would be to like provide tools and also put the ApeChain Art Hours, like connect that with the community as well. So that's my project. Thanks for listening to my show, and let's get started with Hunter for today. So, Hunter, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
How was your New Year's?
It was good. It was good. I mean, I work pretty hard. So it was nice to get like a holiday break because I do school and I work and I do this as well for right now. So there's like a little bit of break in the class, and it's just nice to be able to kind of focus on work, focus on the project, and not have like a bunch of homework and stuff.
Yeah, that's nice. I just finished school like last year, my master's program, and it's a ton of time was freed up after that. Um, Tell us about before we get started on your particular collections, which I'm very interested in your ape chain journey so far. But can you tell us about like the first time that you got into art at all that you remember?
I think the first thing like I could remember off the top of my head is like when I was a little kid, I made board games and stuff with my grandma. But she was an art teacher, so I've just really been doing art my entire life.
So with the what kind of mediums were you using then?
I've done a bunch of different stuff like throughout my life. I've been really enjoying digital art, and I can elaborate more on that. But like over, my life, just I guess obviously like paint and like pencil drawing and stuff like that. I think the most interesting art form I dabbled in was for a couple of years I was like just supporting myself by being like a glass artist when Instagram was pretty big and there's just like a big glass art scene. I don't know if you were into that kind of stuff, but that besides like traditional art mediums, I'd say that that's probably the most interesting thing I've done.
So tell us about the glass art. Like, what would that look like? What is the finished product?
Dude.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's what you meant by glass art. I knew that was some of it, but I didn't know that's what yours was.
Like heady bongs, bro.
I mean, you got any pictures of them?
I don't share that around, but like I could definitely try and find some stuff that I got, some pictures that I got. I could send you a picture of me blowing glass that I like in the DMs, you know. But yeah,
Cool.
like
Me,
glass
me.
pipe, color changing pipe, bongs, little jewelry, pendants, and all the different things that festival people love because like I was just in my early 20s, dude, and that's just so we were just trying to have a good time, you know.
Hey, is 60 come goblins enough to get a piece of glass?
Wait, you want more free shit from me? No.
I just bought fucking 60 of them. I only got one or two.
Only? Come on, man. I gave it
I'll throw you some
to
dough. What the
Who's
fuck?
saying
I'm not.
that?
I'm
Honestly,
not.
I can't see who's speaking.
Oh, it's Survivor Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. What the fuck? I'm not sorry. I don't know if I cuss in this space, but I'm so surprised I wasn't
No, you're good.
following you back, Survivor, man. That's not cool with me. Um, let's talk, man. I don't have a torch set up right now, so I can't really produce anything, but I can get things figured out. And if you're in America, so I think now we can touch back on like that previous conversation of why I've been so interested in digital art. So if you're in America, Survivor Man, I'd be happy to show you like what I've got, you know, still on hand. And if I get set up, I could probably produce stuff for you. But um, one of the issues with being a glass pipe artist is that you can't really send your art to people that are in other countries. Um, so I didn't have an audience in Canada beyond Instagram. Like they could only look at my art. They couldn't actually have it because I couldn't actually send it to them because like their country would like throw it away in customs. So I really love digital art because the first time I ever launched an NFT collection back in 2021, just these like 60-piece collection pixel art guys. That I just made one at a time. It wasn't generative, but like I had people collecting it all around the world, and like it really blew my mind because like in 20 minutes, an hour, I had connected with people in New Zealand, Canada, uh, like South America, Africa, the Philippines, and it was just such an eye-opening experience to be able to connect with these people and for them to have the art and for me to be like, wow, I didn't have to pay $100 myself so that somebody in the Philippines could enjoy the art 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later. Like it's just so instant, and just being able to connect with people all around the world instantly, it just really changed the way that I look at things. And I think that producing physical products is cool, but there's something special about being able to connect with people all around the world, like at the snap of a finger.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. NFTs like definitely opened up uh, like my ability to talk to people and meet people from all around the world as well. It's like it's a huge. I think it's one of the best benefits of the community. Let me think for a second.
Well, one more thing I want to say though is like the cum monkeys, for instance, like some of those do have bongs and some of them do have weed. Um, and like the ducks and stuff, they have guns, and like I think that that's really funny because I know that there are people in other countries where weed is illegal, but they can have an NFT with weed, or they can have an NFT with the bongs. So like in a funny way, I was able to give people in other countries the bongs that I always wanted to give them.
That's like a really funny connection. I didn't think about that. I was gonna say it's like really interesting that you went from navigating like a industry that's like on the edge of legal, like with glass blowing, where you have to like get around like the limitations of sending that stuff overseas, or I don't know if there's any other limitations in the U.S. I assume there are, and like transitioning from that into like NFTs, which are also like cutting edge and uh, fairly regulated at this point. So
Yeah, I mean, one other thing, like me personally, I grow cannabis in Colorado, and I came out here as soon as I could. And like when I came out to grow cannabis, it was another one of those situations where it was extremely early, and there were only 3 states that were even considering that an opportunity. Um, I think that that's just something about me is like I like to take risks. I like to look for opportunity. I don't live a life of fear. I live a life of like opportunity. I just want things to work out, but like I'm not scared to sacrifice and grind to see things happen. And like I like being in the trenches, and I really like seeing something really start from nothing and become something way sicker than like it could be. And I love being a visionary type artist that says like, oh, I believe in 10 years it's going to be like this. And that's exactly why I'm into crypto and NFTs. And that's why I'm going to school for computer programming, is because like I want to be on the tip of the spear for my entire life, and I don't want to grow old and like just be boring and lose touch with like what's going on, the new thing. I don't want to be watching Beavis and Butthead and watching old Disney movies or something. Like I want to see what's next, you know. And I really think like what we're doing right now, I think that we're actually about to change the entire economy over the next few years.
I totally agree with you. And you are on like the forefront, even if just in the NFT space, like you're extremely experimental, which is something I want to touch on. Can you, I guess, before we go into like your journey on ApeChain, can you tell me about like the huge difference between the chimps collections and the collections you've been releasing after that? Like what made you kind of pivot, and like which which of those collections you think resonates more with your style as an artist?
Oh, I love that question. I think that that's something that I really try to focus on is pivoting, being able to pivot. That's one of the reasons why I put out all these NFTs for free or for such a low cost, because like I want people to understand that I want to take risks and I want to experiment. And I don't want people to be feeling like they need to like spend $50 to mint something and like not get what they're expecting out of it. What I want people to get in for cheap, get in for fun, and just be around for the ride to keep trying stuff. I think that the main reason why there's such a difference between the chimps and between the cult utopian monkeys is because there's such a variance in the market. Like when the chimps came out, everybody said like they loved the art, they loved the art, and I tried to do some experimental stuff, and like I just really felt like people didn't want me to really touch the project too much. It felt like it was like, hey, you did something good here. It's clean. We can use it. We can run with it. We could kind of do this. And where I'm feeling with the chimps is like just to continue to give back to them with different airdrops and rewards. But those were also like the main people that got the cult utopian monkeys like for free. So it's kind of like, hey, let's build this big community. Let's find the people that are active in this big community, and like then try to build like a smaller community out of that larger community, because the chimps were created to really showcase like how I felt about ApeChain, and what I thought like was signaling for is like, hey, it was at the time it was like, this is the face of ApeChain. So it was like blue and white, monkey, PFP, clean, family friendly. You could give it to your kids, you could give it to your grandma, something to onboard people to ApeChain 4K. And people really liked it, but I just saw like there was something missing. It was like too cute, too friendly, too clean. And I just started to think like, who is the best like crypto artists? Like, not artists in the world, but who are the best crypto artists who've really taken reins and taken off? And I think that two examples to me, Beeple and Matt Fury. So I kind of just was like, let me make a meme, like a real meme character, monkey, funny, calm, and just really try to, instead of be clean, something you could give to everybody, let me make something small, selective, get it out for free, but make it something that you almost wouldn't want to talk about, something that you wouldn't want to show somebody. And I was thinking like, I think if I give them big dicks, people are gonna want to flex their big dicks. Like if I make them gold, people are gonna say like, I have the gold cum monkey, and like it just started to become like this mimetic experience while I was creating it. Just like, oh, they're gonna say this, they're gonna say this. We could allude to this and this and this, and then like we have the what the ducks come out, and like the idea is just to openly be disgusting. Like these are nasty, filthy memes. It's the exact opposite from the chimps, but it's emulations of 4chan, of the things that we do and don't like in this world. And like people and like the big dicks and just crypto industry as a whole and how silly it is. And I mean, if we look back to Bitcoin, the first like Bitcoin NFTs were like the Pepe cards, and you know, it's all about bringing people back to the history of what crypto is. And with the cult utopia monkeys, it's not finished. Like the chimps, I feel like it's a super great completed project where like we can keep giving back to the people that enjoy that, and it could be a tool to onboard. But these cult monkeys, I really see it as like collectible, tradable memes, but it's not the same as having a tradable meme on Bitcoin or on ETH where the transaction fees are so much higher. Like, I really think if I just keep giving more, and everybody gets a bunch, and it's super cheap to trade, we can just really start to feel like kids on the playground again, and just like trade the big dick. Oh, I'll trade you my dick for the pocket pussy. Like, oh, I'll trade you 3 goblins for like your Viking with the duck. And like, it's just this hilarious thing that I think that we can really understand because we're in the trenches, but maybe it won't make a lot of sense to people from the outside, but maybe I'll make them laugh.
I love it. I definitely accomplish, I think, or the art definitely accomplishes that, like, philosophy you're talking about, trying to say the like vulgar or disgusting, like out loud and in your face. It's like hard to, but like the thing is, like your art is like, I love the artwork. I think that the way that you, like your philosophy behind the artwork and also the way that you release the artwork is profound. But I have to call it cum monkey in the middle of a space, and I'm like hesitant to do it every time. So you're accomplishing your job perfectly. I would say, I would say based on my like
Yeah,
reluctance
and
every
then
time
that
to.
experience itself is like cognitive dissonance, where you're like I'm even calling it cult utopian monkeys. It's like it's a recorded space. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but it's like
Oh, you can call it
they,
whatever. It's what we're trying to do.
but it's like they have it has a shirt that says fuck on it. Like you're just not gonna find these from a corporate. You're not gonna find this from a corporate entity. They're not going to want to release these types of things, and I felt like it was missing, because I'm in these group chats with all these different people, and I'm telling you, my group chat for the cum monkeys, we've got chicks going really crazy in there, and it's not like that in the other chats. Like people are nasty, people are dirty, and like that's just how humans are. Like we're all apes on ApeChain, and I don't think that we have to like hide the fact that we like to have sex and like get high. Like it's just part of life. And I think if we can embrace it and trade it and laugh about it and enjoy it, like that's where we really start to connect. And like it all comes back to like connecting people around the world, because like if there's one thing I know like people love, it's that they love to fuck, and they love to fuck around and find out. And like maybe you don't like motorcycles or you don't like pizza, and they eat sushi over there, but every person around the world has a place on the blockchain. And I also think that we see there's chumps, chumpettes, lumps, bumps, pumps, and rumps, but like there's not gonna be another cum monkey. Nobody's gonna try and like take something that nobody wants. So I think that there's a lot of
Is that a
value.
challenge?
There's a lot of value in finding a word and creating value behind it, changing the narrative on how somebody thinks. Like maybe even talking about cum monkeys, like this might even affect people's personal relationships and like start to open up boundaries. Like maybe people want to talk about things to their girlfriends, and giving her a cum goblin could open up the conversation. I don't know.
Okay, I think now is a good time to talk about like your whole journey, I guess. Can you tell us like your journey on ApeChain specifically? So like how did you start? Or let me rewind for a second. One thing I wanted to say is like your culture with the cult monkeys, cult utopian monkeys, whatever you want to call them. It reminds me of like Bitcoin puppets on ApeChain, like authentic. It's not like a clone of the Bitcoin puppets, but like the culture that it's created kind of reminds me of like Bitcoin puppets. And the acronym called Utopian Monkey describes it pretty well. Um, I think style wise, like I'm honestly a bigger fan of these than the um, like hunter chimps. Like I think they're hilarious to have one that's like holding a bong. But and they're tradable. They're funny. My question is, I know that when you were doing the chimps collection, you were very like responsive to the community, and I watched. I was in there, so I was kind of watching. Like they were like steering a lot, and you were like super receptive. You're pretty much like, hey, what's the community want? You're gonna do exactly what they want with that project. And part of that was the IP rights. I think you ended up granting IP rights from hunter chimps to holders. So I'm wondering, did you carry that over with the Cult Utopia Monkeys or the other collections, or did you switch to like a CCO or like uh, the one that the puppets use? I forget the name of.
I actually haven't clarified, but I think that I personally, I think that so we have to come to an agreement and an understanding. It's like if you want these collectible, tradable assets to hold IP rights, right? So if you own it, you could produce something with it. This is not, maybe you could view the cult monkey as like something to hold for a long time, like these forever NFT, but like a large goal of this project is to produce tradable assets. I, as the creator, will never go after anybody for using my art unless they're doing something that's actually like hurting people. I really advocate for people to use the art, but if people are using the art and owning the IP rights, I just want people to understand that like if people are actively trading it, there may or may not be assets that have been produced by a previous holder.
Got it. I was just wondering if, like, with the culture shift, it like went to something more CCO, but it sounds like it's not clarified yet for the new projects, or doesn't need to be.
I don't think it really needs to be clarified. I mean, I can openly state that you will never have a lawsuit from me if you're trying to have fun. If you want to experiment and I'm an experimental person, who am I to tell you to stop? Like we're waiting on our RFDZ to come, but he launched What the Duck, like one picture NFT on abstract testnet, and some people messaged me and they're like, "Are you cool with this?" And I'm like, I love it. I think it's hilarious. Like, please, like, keep doing things. And like, if you think I'm gonna go after somebody maliciously because they produce like a comic book or like something awesome for the community, like that would just be so out of character.
One of my favorite things about the Cult Utopia monkeys is the way that you handed them out. Can you talk about like what you chose to do instead of a mint process, and I guess like start to finish, maybe the programs used to draw them, to like what you used to mint them all to yourself, or like how you did the process of divvying out the monkeys?
Yeah, happily. So I found a lot of success. I mean, I love using Mintpad. I'm gonna have to check out the it's like AIOW. Yeah, AIOW. I'll have to check them out for something because I really like what you guys told me about the referrals and stuff. I think that's really cool. But what I've been doing for the, like, if I do the full airdrop, you can just launch the collection on like Mintpad. You whitelist your own wallet, you mint out the entire collection. It only costs like $1 on ApeCoin. And then you can just airdrop them out. I've been using tokenslash.io. It's not very expensive, but there is like a 10 ape minimum fee, and then like if it's higher transaction batches, multiple batches, you'll have to pay that 10, for however many batches they have to do. So yeah, you just like pay to launch the project, mint it out, pay to airdrop it out. If you go to ApeScan and you click holders, you can download a CSV file of all the holders for a snapshot. So it's pretty simple.
I meant more along the lines, like when I picked mine, I think at that point you were saying that people would like reach into the collection and be able to choose which monkey they want, and like if it was still available, you'd like consider sending it. Not everybody that messaged you got one, and then also like I don't know. I thought it was a fun
like
kind of
for
process.
what, like three days or 5 days. I don't even know how long I did it for, but I just tried to do it for a couple days until I got tired of it, honestly. Um, but I was letting people reach out to me and looking at the collection. I'd minted the entire collection like I explained, but instead of airdropping them out, I was letting people go look at the collection, pick their favorites, and if they weren't selected by somebody else, airdrop it to them directly into their wallet. So the I think for a lot of, I mean, if you got the cum monkey and you just didn't buy anything, like you're literally just getting NFTs 100% for free because you're not even paying a transaction to mint. So, and that's what I like about this is I just taken a step back and said, like, if I was a collector, like, what would I really want? Like, and it's like, I don't want to go to a website and like click shit and like link my wallet. Like, if I'm part of the community, just like, you got my address, dog, like, just send it there. But nobody's really done that. And that's just what I always wanted. And I think that like the public mints to allow people access is fun and it's unique because it's like, yeah, welcome, but like you did miss like the last thing. So if you want those last things, you have to get them from the other people. But this whole experience is about like, how can I distribute these NFTs like in the craziest way ever? And in the future, like in a couple of months, like in my imagination, I think that we might see like a 20,000 NFT collection come out of these like cult utopian whatevers. But because of how like the wallets and the snapshots and this and that, like I just think it would be really cool to have like a 20K collection on ApeCoin that has over 19,000 holders. Whether it's real or not, I think it would just make people question.
Cum goblins. So that collection, I wanted to hear about the process of like how you made that one. I'm sure it's similar to the others, but as a parody collection, like that was released pretty impressively fast after Gobs on Ape, and still looks pretty great. Has your style
Yeah,
to it.
so I was actually in the space with Baka, and we were really, just having a good time. And I was like talking to other people in the space, and they came up with the idea of like, yo, you should do, do like some goblins or some monkey. They wanted monkeys, right? Like I chose to do goblins. I've always wanted to do a goblin project. I love goblins. They're super cool. They're super funny. Um, I love these goblins, honestly. I've done tons of goblin art in the past. I've made goblin projects and never like released it on the blockchain. So I don't know. It's just something I always wanted to do, but always felt out of taste. This felt like a good opportunity to make some cool goblins, and I gave them all out 100% for free. So like snapshotted 2662 wallets, and the total collection size is 2690 because I just thought it looked funny because there's like 69. Yeah, yeah, you're like seeing into like how I do art. It's amazing, right? I'm like, oh, that'd be funny. But the, so then and also I was like, fuck, like all of my collections like keep getting wrecked because I have to buy back into them. Like let me just get some more of this one. So I just minted some extra for myself. I just kept the extras, like 20 or something. And then I even gave you 2 of them. So, and I bought one because they fucking got me. They got me to buy one for 15 ape because I just liked it. I really like the business goblins a lot. Like they're so funny to me because they remind me of people. Like you have this like mythical thing, like people were like made by God and can just do anything, and it's like, well, we're gonna need you to like sit behind this desk and just be on the computer all day. I think that's really funny. So I just imagine like these goblins that could do anything and they just have this shitty job and they're mad as fuck. Um, but yeah, they were saying like, hey, you should do something. They wanted the monkeys. Really, I would have done it. I would have released it sooner, but I was kind of waiting for the dev to get all of them minted because I just want to make sure everybody got one. But I thought it was cool to like airdrop them out. We airdropped them to the cum monkeys, to the duck, and to the gobs. I thought that was cool. Lots of cool people in those communities. Good distribution.
So with your
Yeah,
future
and
projects, like I don't use which piece should people hold if they're trying to receive your future artwork drops?
I think that kind of starts to become part of the game.
Nice.
I mean, I want to be clear with like there are things like for the next one, January 24th, I'll be completely clear. Gobs on ape, what the duck, the cum goblins.
Wait, you're the duck shoot?
Yeah.
Yo, Survivor Man, what's up?
I think the giveaway should go like this: for the next hour, whoever buys a cum goblin from secondary will be entered to win the Zards, which is worth 69 ape right now.
Come on, you cum gobblers.
Jesus.
It's worth 69 ape. It's worth 69 ape right now. It's gonna go to 100 tonight. So let's fucking go. Let's mint some of the. Let's get these secondary moving.
Yeah, I'll
RFDZ
just sweep the
doesn't
floor so they can't buy it.
if someone does that, then choose the giveaway winner from the wallet addresses.
I'm buying right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it
RFDZ
from the
doesn't
wallet
show up.
address. I'm gonna do it from the wallet addresses. I'm just gonna pick one at random.
Cool. What can you tell us about What the Duck, Hunter?
Dude, what the duck, man?
What's your favorite traits?
I want to talk about something about the goblins too, that I really think it might be going a little bit unnoticed, but I'm not 100% sure. I think the stats on that collection is fucking awesome, personally. I think that it's really, really cool, really unique. You guys can like build shit with those stats. Like I know it might not be as impressive to some people, but like the nerd in me, I love the stats and I love how I set it up with like the certain rarities to where like the attack and defense are more of a bell curve, and then like the armor and the mana, they only appear in not all of them. So I think that it could create like a unique card game, or like whatever, if people did decide to do something with that.
Hunter, did you see my Charizard, bro?
Pin it up top.
All right, 1 second. I gotta find it.
I hate when Twitter Spaces is like having everybody a listener.
What do you mean?
Everybody on my screen is a listener except for you and Chris.
Oh yeah, that sucks. Well, there's the speakers. We got Honeybee and Johnny Bitcoin up here. Did Honeybee, Johnny, or Chris? Does anyone have any questions for Hunter about any of their collections or anything?
I do actually. Hold on, give me a second.
This motherfucker got a whole card game. I didn't even know about this. I got all of these collected in my wallet.
Yeah, you didn't look at the
Wait, do you
stats.
actually have a card game?
Okay.
It's for dude. It's like I guess I can make a card game. I'll
Stop
stop
doing
doing
what
what
I'm
I'm
doing
doing
and make a fucking card game.
Hunter, look at the Charizard.
That can't be Charizard because the attack is too low.
He's got magic and armor though.
Oh, I love that one. That one's sick, dude. I love that. I love the dark halo. That's one of my favorite traits in the goblins because like I don't know, like they're bad. Like they go to hell, I guess. Or at least some of them do.
I think you have the way you view art, your perspective is unique. You have a unique take on it, like where you draw your inspiration from. You know, it's definitely, you know, outside of the box, which is why I could see how you come up with these concepts. I wanted to know a couple of things too. Well, personally, what do you feel like is your favorite collection out of the ones that you created so far?
Um, that's really tough for me, honestly. Like I'm having so much fun with these. Actually, I think it's easy. Like come monkeys on top. Like I don't know. Like it's like a weird like it's like a retarded pyramid scheme. So like how could you not say come monkeys are on top? Like they just started it all. In Grimy, you asked like what collections are gonna get stuff in the future. Well, come monkeys are always gonna get stuff. Like that's kind of like the thing is like you were here at the beginning to help me facilitate all of this. I want you guys to have thousands of these NFTs for free, and you can control the supply of this weird meme tradable market. And I think like that's what I want to contribute to the space is to say, if you don't get it yet, like I'm trying to give this NFT, Bitcoin, whatever, this cryptocurrency asset, I'm trying to give it to real, cool, based, normal people that could actually use it because I see there's so much insider trading and weird stuff going on, like in crypto as a whole on every single blockchain. All I want to do is do my best to give power back to the people. And when I see, oh, I gave an NFT to somebody and they got to sell it to ApeCoin for 50 ape, that's what I'm talking about. Some random average Joe who probably needed the $50, he got $50 from $1 billion company. And like, if they hold on to that asset, they're going to get more stuff from me. Don't get me wrong. I'm here to support them too if they support me. But my goal is to really give power to the people that deserve it, the people that are here speaking, the people that are actively growing, onboarding crypto. When I think of like, who do I want to have 1,000 of my NFTs? Not some like scummy trader, like grifter who just listens and lurks. Like, I want somebody like you to have 1,000 of my NFTs because you can sell them if you need it because you're fucking dope and you deserve the money, probably more than anybody else in this space. But like, you would also just use 1,000 NFTs to onboard 1,000 people, I believe. And if I could just give you guys the tools to bring more people onto the blockchain, I personally believe that's how other artists can really succeed. And there's not enough people on ApeChain. That's why I'm not demanding a price. I am literally trying to just distribute this shit out so that we can all have fun on ApeChain together. Because Gob's on Ape, I knew it was coming. I knew Yuga was gonna do some dope little secret project, and there's more coming with it, but like people just gotta wake up. It's not the last one, but there's no reason to be not on ApeChain because supporting the right communities actually gets you paid right now. And like you could get free mints that just turn into like way more money. Like if you had a dong socks, you could have had it minted for free an NFT that's worth over like $200. Like this just, it doesn't really happen like this a lot, and it only happens like this like every cycle. So like we're in a really good spot, and like I'm just doing my best to get everybody onto ApeChain while the opportunity to really fucking win is still here.
Does anyone else have any questions for Hunter? Or
I don't have any questions,
Are
but
you gonna make any more
I've been
collections
around since.
coming up?
Chris,
Tons.
hold on. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can hear Johnny, but Johnny had something.
Hunter, can you hear me?
Yes. But if
Okay,
Chris
so I've
can't
been
hear you,
around
you
since.
might want to drop down and come back.
Chris, can you hear Johnny or no?
No.
Or Chris might want to drop out. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I'm gonna rotate.
Okay. Sorry. Wait, did Johnny already took a lap?
I think Johnny took a lap.
Chris is taking a lap too. All right. Well, at least they should be able to speak after this.
And I hope everybody's having a really good new year. All
It's been a
those
good
things
year
you've been
so far.
putting off, just get it taken care of at the beginning of the year, so it's just like weight off your back.
Requests. Yeah, I don't know if Johnny Bitcoin's back. Chris, you there? Jeez, we just lost both of them at once. Trying to log in. Okay. Hunter. Oh, there we go. Johnny Bitcoin's back up. Johnny, you there?
Yeah, I'm here now. All right,
Okay.
Hunter. So I've been around since pretty much the very beginning of your career. I just wanted to say congratulations. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Keep growing. Keep building. I don't have any questions. I just wanted to tell you that.
Like 2021?
ApeChain.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you, Johnny. I really appreciate your kind words. If you ever want to ask me questions personally or have like feedback, constructive feedback, like, dude, you could even like tell me I'm doing something wrong. I'm the type of guy that if you think that like if I got a booger in my nose, just tell me I got a booger in my nose so I could pick it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you, man. I'll shoot you a DM. I have some ideas.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm here for it. Like, I definitely want to keep experimenting. Chris asked if I was going to launch more projects. I am going to keep launching more stuff and giving back more stuff to the holders of my collections and try to pick out like other collections that I like. I really want to support the gods on Ape because I think that the Yuga Lab engineer doing a free mint, like I didn't know who it was, but like anybody that does a free mint, like, and is giving back to other communities and stuff, like you're gonna get my like support big time. And to see that like it's a, you know, it's not like the Yuga Labs like Twitter account guy, it's like literally the head engineer, and he's like really trying to support people like us in this space. So I'm just doing everything I can to support that community. That's why I gave those gobs to them, and the goblins, the goblins. Like I wasn't trying to, I didn't make any money off of that. I actually spent money, but like I just wanted to show the people who are in the community, like, hey guys, don't cheat this. Like you have something really cool, you have something really special. Other people can support this community outside of just the devs. So like I saw that he didn't have a roadmap, and I as a founder, I understand like if there's no roadmap, it's all fun and it's all vibes. Like he wants people to go out of their way and say like, hey, I did this for the community. Hey, look at how I took this idea and I expanded upon it. And like I'm just trying to help build culture on ApeChain, and I'm gonna keep giving back to other projects. Like the gobs can definitely expect to get stuff. And like we gave ducks to the G's, the people that held 3 or more G's, and I'm just gonna keep finding more projects like where that community, it just seems like legit, like just good people. Like they don't need to be diamond hands. I don't care if they're cheats or not, but like what I'm really looking for is like people that are showing support to the underdog, because that's like I always root for the underdog, and I always want to see the underdog win.
I had a couple more questions for you. One, this is something that I personally, well, I'll share my thoughts on it after. But with you releasing all these questions, what are your solution of NFTs when you make a bunch of collections?
Yeah, dude. I think that I don't personally feel like I'm hurting anybody, especially when I give them out for free. That's kind of why I focus on the $1 mint. So it's kind of like, hey, let's say you want the next thing, and the floor price of this thing is let's say 10 ape or whatever. If you want to wait, you can wait until the mint. Like I have it pinned on the page. It's January 4th. January 24th is going to be the mint. So like if people want the public mint, it's 1 ape. If 1 ape is too much for them, I don't know what to say. I'm sure if they like beg, somebody will probably give them one that they got for free, honestly. So there's just like such a low risk involved in this that I'm saying, hey, if you spend 1 and you just sit on your fucking hands for like 4 months and you end up with 10 of whatever the fuck it is, right? You spent 1, there's a good chance one of those 10 things is worth more than 1. And if all of the 10 things are worth 1, like you're good. If any of them's like, there's just, to me, there's really no losing if you just spend $1, do nothing, and end up with assets that are valued at more than $1. I think the only issue is that people want more. People might, you know, they want to be greedy, they want to do this, they want to do something special. That's where they're going to make their own choice. But if they choose to go purchase them off of the floor, they're purchasing them from somebody that chose to let go of them. So that person not gonna be a part of the next airdrop.
I personally, I was gonna say my thoughts with dilution. I don't think it should really be a consideration of artists at all. So I wasn't trying to give you a hard time. I was just curious about like what your thoughts on the topic are. I think people shouldn't have to slow down making art because they're worried about what some people think about like dilution or whatever.
I think that for an artist you shouldn't, but for a project then maybe it's different. You know, like if Satoshi, you know, woke up one day and said like, you know what, fuck 21 million, let's make it infinity. I think that that would really change things. So like when you have like gamification and tokenomics and a lot of expectations on the line, I think that dilution is like really important. Like for instance, if the Bored Ape Yacht Club launched Bored Ape Yacht Club on Solana and Stewie and XRP, it just wouldn't really do good for the main project. And it's like, but the thing is that Bored Ape Yacht Club isn't, I mean, it might hurt some people's feelings, but it's not like an art project. It's like much more than an art project. Like there are heavy expectations. There's a metaverse and there's games and there's all of these parties and events and there's serious expectations. So I think if you're an artist selling your art for $1, you probably shouldn't take it too much to heart. But I think if you are selling your art for $8,000, $10,000, $100,000, those things definitely are more important. But I mean, that's probably 1% or less of the artist.
I mean, I also think there's like a difference between diluting supply and making another artwork. You know, like I wouldn't mind if you made another artwork, but I also maybe it could affect dilution. I just think, but I do agree with you on the difference between projects and.
Yeah, exactly. If you're an artist, you should make art because people. I think that that's one of the issues in the space actually is people want to be represented and supported as artists, but we're watching them tweet for 12 months and they don't make any art. It's like, just if you want to be an artist and have one project, then you need to make art and post about it and not sell it. Like, I don't know what to, like, you have to make art if you want to be an artist. Nobody's going to celebrate you as an artist if you make like no art. Like it just
Right.
doesn't. I see a lot of people LARPing as artists, but it's like, no, dude.
Hey, Hunter, I got a
You,
question. Why
yeah.
do you give your art out for free? What's your goal with that, or why do you do it?
A lot of, so to me it feels malicious to, I do sell my art. I sell my art for one ape. But it feels malicious to me to be able to produce thousands of pieces for $1. It only costs not even $1, right? So like 10 cents. It costs me 10 cents to make thousands of pieces. It doesn't feel right for me to try to give that out to people, and because it cost me 10 cents, I don't want to make $100,000 off of 10 cents. Like that's not real. Like in a business, you don't turn 10 cents into $100,000. You turn like a dollar into two.
What cost you 10 cents? The time it takes you to make it, or I mean, what is the 10
The
cents?
contract, because I'm
How much time does it
I
take you to make
started
it?
launching projects in 2021, and it costs thousands of dollars to launch a project on ETH.
How long does it take you to make it?
I mean, it would depend on like, I could make a collection in probably like 20 minutes if I wanted to, but I mean, if you sit down and want to have fun and be silly with the traits, like you end up making a lot of stuff, deleting a lot of stuff, redoing a lot of stuff. Some of these collections could take me months, but I'm not working on it like 8 hours a day.
I feel you. You said the drawing only takes you 20 minutes. Should you do that shit in 20 minutes?
I could do it in 20 minutes because I've streamlined the process. I have a really good. I'm an expert. So there's a famous artist. He like drew something on a napkin, and the person was like, "Let me get it for $5. It took you 5 minutes to make," and he said, "No, it took me 20 years to learn how to draw this."
Well, okay. So I got something to say about that, but all right. So you're attaching the value to it because you feel. Why do you feel like it's malicious? Because it's like it took you 10 minutes to do the contract.
No, it's because like let's say 3,000 NFTs. Like if I sold those for $10 each, I'd make $30,000, and then but like it only cost me like $1 to produce the assets. Like when I was a glass artist, I would probably make 20% in profits because the cost of materials was so high. So like a lot of real art, it owns its price because of the cost of material. Like if I were to make a statue out of gold, I'd sell it for $20,000. But in this situation, I'm making a statue out of air and whimsy, and like I don't personally want to produce thousands of assets and sell them to people for an increased price that just increases their risk. With what I'm doing, I'm putting in work, I'm producing something, and I'm undervaluing it, but I'm not giving it away for free to everybody. You had to have participated at some point to be earning these for free. So you could buy it for $1 and have some skin in the game. That's just so we don't get botted out every time. Because if you do a free mint, you just get botted out.
I got you. Why did you pick $1?
Because I want people to pay $1 so that they can turn it into 2.
I got you. Well, mainly what I wanted to. My point is, I think you're undervaluing. I think you undervalue your art a little bit. I mean, my thing is, if you were like, yeah, I did it for free because I was gonna do XYZ after this, not necessarily just to do it for free, right? Just to on. I want to make this make sense. I'm okay. So I think
I do undervalue my art on purpose because I understand that the value difference is a value opportunity. So anybody that participates within my project, they have limited to 0 risk, and the upside is very, very high. This is an opportunity for people to have speculative money that's worth more than their initial investment.
I feel. I just for yourself as an artist too, because I know it takes a lot of time to make a lot of this stuff, and like because sometimes here's my like if you're doing things for free and all that stuff, people could undervalue it that way too. You know what I mean? Because there's no value attached to it, there's no exchange for it.
But I don't hold the assets really. So like I have like 2 cum monkeys because I bought one with like wrapped ape offers. Like I don't control or market make these assets. Like so I've found out an interesting mechanism for me to distribute these assets out to hundreds or thousands of people, and I believe that number is going to continue to grow. But my goal is to provide these assets to as many people as possible so they together as a decentralized group can choose the value. It's not up to me. I say I'm selling it for $1 so that you guys can choose what it's worth. Because this is a training situation. I'm trying to train people to understand that they own things that are immensely valuable. But because they're always chasing the next shiny thing, they never come to understand this. It's all about people's attention. And whatever we as a group, a unified group, a galvanized team, whatever we choose to see valued, will appreciate and value every single time.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. You're here all the time already. I'm pretty sure people appreciate your presence and what you're doing already for what your work is. So I don't think you don't necessarily have to go that route. And, you know, I think you could do that right off the bat, considering what you've already done. If it were me, you know, I would, you know, put more value on that work out the gate. You know what I mean?
The labor of love, my brother. The labor of love.
Yeah.
I
But
have
that's my
my
suggestion,
own.
man. And it's your art, so you could do, you know, whatever
Yeah.
you want to.
I think that something that rings true to me is that if you want to be a millionaire, you could go ahead and get your bread. You could just stack your chips, stick to your guns. You could become a millionaire. But if you want to be a billionaire, it's a completely different path. And it's not a path is go be lonely. To be a billionaire, all you have to do is one thing, is help 1 million people. That's it. So my goal is to help as many people as I possibly can, because I know if I can help 1 million people, I'm gonna have 1 million people backing me up for whatever I want to do.
Space, did you have a question for
Oh
Hunter?
my God, I have so many questions. Yes, please. Thank you. I was exploding on the inside because I don't do well with questions. So listen. Sorry, I'm choking on
I'm playing with you. I'm messing with
some air of sorts. You feel me? Anyway, my question. So, I'm so funny, guys. I'm hilarious. You should go see my comments of all. I had Grok make sexy female goblins from the shower. I've been posting them everywhere because why wouldn't I? Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, no, I have. Yeah, Grok. It'll make some interesting things. Yeah, so go look for the shower lady goblins. That's not a name. They're just around. That should be a shit coin though. If somebody's down there in the crowd and wants to make it, make sure you airdrop your girl a bag for making a picture that you could totally freaking use. Just credit me. Just go ahead and use that. I don't care. So anyway, questions. Questions. This is for Hunter. Hunter, I love you, but I have questions. First, how long? What's the longest you've spent on a piece, and what? Just real quick in numbers. What does that look like?
How long have the longest I've spent like on a piece of art? Or
That
like
you've
a
done for
collection?
this particular stylized
Oh, for
pumping
this
of
particular
yeah.
style, it does not take very long to do it
Yeah.
right.
Didn't think so.
Yeah.
So what's the most you've like sold a collection or a piece for? Like most you made off one. Biggest bag, what is it?
Me personally? Like, what do I sell these assets for?
No. Which one has been your biggest sell?
Oh, the Cult Utopian Monkeys, but that was the first one, and it's been getting all of the new ones.
Gotcha. What are they going for?
I think it's like 69 ape right now.
69.
But it's
Cool. And
because
then you're dropping to all those holders. Is that right?
yeah, I'd be happy to explain like the process and like what happened to get us to where we are today. So
Well, Well, what my question was though, before you, not, I do want you to explain that. Sure, that's totally cool too. But my question is how are you, like, do you have a plan, like an exact count of how many of these you're releasing, or what are you going to do to make them retain value? Because the more you release, at some point it will start to dilute, right? You know,
Why?
if you delete, well, I mean, you don't want to turn to the dollar store, right? Just as common becomes. You don't want to do that. So, you know, what is kind of your plan there to not, you know, oversaturate of your own pieces? It's not necessarily the market as a whole, because it can't be, but as far as yourself, your brand, your things, like what is kind of the plan behind it?
Yeah, so what I'm looking to do is right now we only have a few projects that have happened so far. There's the Cult Utopian Monkeys. That's the 420 NFTs. And those were given out to people individually. They were able to select them. So a lot of people in the space that have them, they got to pick which one from the collection that they wanted, kind of similar to like the CryptoPunk Mint. And then I airdropped it to their wallet 100% for free. So all of those NFTs that are being sold, besides the ones that were purchased on the secondary market, those are being sold by somebody that said, hey, I really appreciate the opportunity, but I don't want to be a part of this select group of 420 people.
But that's everybody selling any NFT like that you drop all of, right?
No,
but
it's not, because most NFTs have a public mint and people are able to situation. I hand picked and hand selected the people and they all got one.
So there's like no way to mint any of these at all. There's like no mints at all in the future. Like you don't airdrop part of them to holders and mint part. It's just all straight airdrop.
So the Cult Utopian Monkeys was 420 and everybody got one. Maybe some people have like 3 now or something, but like that's a very small. What's interesting about what's going on is that most NFTs, people get many NFTs. So you buy 3, you sell 2, you keep 1. You buy 100, you brick the floor, you move on. But what do people do when they get 1? And they don't get more. It makes them have to make different decisions. So basically what I'm trying to do is distribute these assets to individuals so that they can choose the value. And the people that hold on to them, like the monkeys got the ducks, the monkeys and the ducks got the goblins. So like if you held on to the monkey, you got the duck. If you had a monkey and a duck, you got 2 goblins. We got another monkey coming out on the 24th. So it's like, if you keep holding on to these things, you're going to keep getting more things. If you buy the thing for $1,
more detailed in art, or is it only built? Does it only build up in the fact that it's, you know, like community gated or whatever?
What's up?
So you're basically building like a community gated NFT umbrella situation, right? It's community gated. They say, hey, I don't want to be in this, and let somebody else have their ticket to that particular area.
What
under
I
the
like
umbrella.
to think is like, imagine you bought a Pokemon card and then every month you got another Pokemon card for holding onto that Pokemon card.
Right. I totally understand I completely understand like the functionality now that you're telling, like as far as how you are dropping them and how the decision making side of it happens for a person inside of their brain to decide not to do it. Like I get that. But I'm kind of wondering, you know, is this something that you're just going to, you know, there has, you know, is it just unlimited, like completely? You're just really going to drop? Does the art get better throughout the whole? Like, is there a reason they're holding out like till the end because they're going to get like some dope, you know, collective art, or are they just like, well, here's my monthly pixel cat, here's my monthly pixel dog, Here's my
There's
monthly
nothing wrong
pixel
with the
sausage.
artwork. If you don't like the artwork, then that's your personal
Well, I'm
opinion.
wondering. I'm not saying something's
And
wrong with the artwork.
you're asking him if he's gonna get better over time or
No,
gonna
I'm asking
create
if the
value
art is
there.
going to become more complex.
Yeah, I completely understand. I mean, it's low effort art on purpose to emulate like 4chan memes. It's like a historical thing, like a history lesson for people if they want to look into it or whatever. But like, will the art change in the future? If I'm gonna do it mints like forever, I'm gonna have to come up with different shit over time. I'm gonna have to start finding other artists to like work with, like how Supreme works with like artists and stuff, and like maybe I want to be like the NFT dollar store because I don't see anybody else doing it. Like I'm totally cool with that. It's a labor of love. And I'm cool with selling $5 NFTs for $1, and like I don't think anybody could ever have an issue with that. It's like, um, oh, I got the monthly pixel dog. Well, yeah, but if the pixel dog's worth like $10, like what do you have to complain about? Like, like just get out if you don't like it. But if you do nothing, you buy one for $1 and you do nothing, you go sleep, you just go take a nap for like 6 months and you just have more. Like I think that's way cooler than me saying like, hey guys, buy my NFT, join my Discord. The day you're hanging out with your family, I'm gonna drop something and you're just gonna miss out on it. It's like, no, there's no links, there's nothing you have to click. I'm not asking you to buy stuff. I'm not asking you to go do things. I'm just saying like, hey, you just hold the NFT because like most NFTs, I get why I should buy it, but I don't understand why I should hold it. And in this situation, the reason why you buy it is to get more, and the reason why you hold it is to get more. And like, if there's something that you want besides more, I just need the devs of ETH to do something, I guess, so I could give you that.
Yeah, not questioning the project, just trying to figure out kind of what your long-term plans are so I can understand a little bit better about what it is that you're going to be, putting into these wallets, for however long, so I can decide if I wanted to do it. Anyway, thanks for letting me ask some questions.
Yeah, I think like if you want, like I could give you a duck, um, and then if you just hold on to that duck, you'll get more. That's it. Like you don't have to buy the monkey. Like those are expensive, and like my whole thing is like every month there's a reason for somebody to onboard to ApeChain. They want to get this $1 mint. They know it. Every month they can come get this mint. Oh, they got the airdrop. They're getting more stuff. Maybe somebody that doesn't have a lot can feel like they've got a bunch of something. And like, I want to make people feel good. I want to make people feel empowered. But what's most important to me about this experience is like us working together. And I love what Chris said. You're undervaluing your art. And I'm saying, I know I'm undervaluing my art on purpose because I want to see the people set the price. I don't want to make the $10, $20, $50. I want you to make that because you deserve it. Like I can't get anywhere without my supporters. And like I think it's really cool when the CEOs they like take a loss or they like take less money to like help out their team, their business, and like we all got to work together, but I don't need to have the biggest slice.
Does anyone else have any questions for Hunter? Probably going to wrap up soon. I think RFTZ bailed or missed it. I'll talk to him. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I had a question for Hunter. Um, could we get more? Thank you.
No, thank you. I hadn't even considered that yet. I'm gonna definitely have to think about that. More. I like how that sounds, honestly. I think I want more.
All right. Well, Hunter, you definitely got an interesting philosophy, and divisive artwork for sure, like controversial, and also like you're experimenting. So yeah, thanks for coming up to the space and talking about yourself. I appreciate your time. Um, we're probably going to wrap up because we usually would host another hour or two, but RFDZ is not available. But Honeybee, I wanted to ask before I close up, any chance you're near your cello and want to throw something up? I can't hear you. I'm getting rug. Oh, hello? Yeah. Chris, can you hear him? I can't hear you. You're only
I can hear.
jumping in like every 3 seconds. Okay, does he have it or no?
Hello?
Wait.
I think
Get
I can hear you
closer to
now,
the
Honeybee.
Wait,
McDonald's.
wait. I think I got it now.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Sound check good?
Sounds good. Thanks, Honeybee, appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna close up the space. Make
I
sure.
just want to say something. Only one cum goblin has been bought in the last 42 minutes.
That was me. That was me.
So everybody's sleeping on this. This is really stupid. These things are worth $70 right now. You're literally putting in a $7 ticket to win a $70 object, and only one person is participating, and it makes me sad for the space. It just makes me sad. I feel disappointed, guys.
Bummer.
I'm gone.
All right. All right. I'm gonna wrap up the space here. I just wanted to throw up the link up top to my token challenge. If anybody wasn't here at the beginning, we're gonna host a challenge at 3:33 p.m. tomorrow. That's got 35 ApeChain NFTs as prizes. Feel free to check that out. And then lastly, tonight, Chris Lack's hosting a space, the ApeChain Night Show or DJN Hours, which he hosts every night. Be sure to check it out. It's usually sometime between 10 or 11 Eastern time that they start. So thank you guys for coming. I'll see you on this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. for our next episode.